fantasy short stories. An Extremely Wrong Number by Nils J Rasmussen. Ping! Still half asleep on the mag train as I make the morning commute, I groggily fumble to extricate my phone. As I remove it from my back pocket, I glance at the luminous screen, fully expecting to see some progress report or production memo or some other pointless text from my boss, but it isn't. It's a number I don't recognize from an equally unknown area code. Edmonton has 3 area codes, and I'm familiar through my work with a good chunk of area code. I read the text. The man has dark eyes, and in every photo he is looking directly into the camera lens. I pause for at least 10 seconds as I try to make sense of the message. Even though this text is obviously not meant for me, a wrong number, before I know what I'm doing, I find myself typing out a reply. Okay, keep me posted. 3 little dancing dots hover at the bottom of the screen, indicating the sender is composing a reply. Yes, sir. That seems to be the end of the exchange, and I smile to myself, feeling like I've just pulled off a unique little prank. Whomever the message was actually intended, he or she will not know that the man with dark eyes is staring directly into the camera lens in every photo. My pointless workday concludes as usual at 4:59 p.m., and in a dozen minutes, I am once again aboard the mag train returning to my flat. It feels like I have accomplished nothing meaningful during my 9 hours, any more significant than my private little prank. It says a lot about my outlook on life that I feel more proud of this than anything I achieved during the entire workday. Not long after I have disembarked the mag train, as I climb the steps to resurface up at street level, my phone pings again. I'm a single bachelor with a couple of friends, and I'm not expecting anything from anyone, so I find myself inwardly groaning. If the recent past indicates anything, I fully anticipate that this is my boss texting me to inform me I am being politely requested to come into work this upcoming weekend for yet another pointless reason. He must suspect we are watching. On 4 separate occasions, we have observed him glancing back over his shoulder. How should the team proceed? A new development! Instantly, my troubles are wiped from my mind. I smile and begin typing out a response. This is hilarious. No change in plans. Proceed with caution. Understood. I tuck the cell back in its pocket and wonder what sort of mess I surely must be making. The possibility that it's some sort of police sting or stakeout seems plausible, but as far as I know, this little charade of mine isn't breaking any law. Surely not any important laws. Even if it is tracked back to me somehow, I don't see how this could get me in any legitimate trouble. Plus, the strange area code gives me an extra feeling of security. As far as I know, the sender might be halfway around the globe. Based on my limited understanding of the Canadian justice infrastructure, if this is breaking some law or another, the authorities in question wouldn't have jurisdiction in Edmonton. Although this train of thought rings of self-denial, I can't see any flaws in the logic. I arrive at my basement flat, feeling slightly smug, and spend the next few hours watching one pointless reality show after another. I consider texting the number back with further fake instructions, but decide against it. Despite my self-assurance, I don't feel like pushing my luck. I'm enjoying this far too much to get reckless and blow it any earlier than it will undoubtedly play itself out naturally. After downing my sleep medication, I go to bed vaguely disappointed with the lack of any more new developments, but I don't lose any sleep over it. The following morning aboard the mag train, at roughly the same time as the previous time, I'm delighted to hear the ping announcement of a new text. I try not to allow much heed to the bittersweet realization that I haven't had this much fun in ages. Johansson not responding. We have lost eyes on the target. Operations may be compromised. Johansson is not responding? What does that mean? Is Johansson dead? Did I kill Johansson? Surely I didn't kill Johansson. I decide I'm letting my imagination run away with this. All these thoughts of spies or police stings has me making a big deal out of nothing. I actually have no idea what we're talking about. I'm sure that people named Johansson don't respond all the time. Surely whomever is on the other end of this conversation is expecting a quick reply, but I am dumbstruck as to what I should say. I decide that my conscience won't rest if I think I've killed Johansson. I decide to play it safe. Locate Johansson and report in immediately. There. That seems logical. I hope Johansson is all right. After 2 hours of pointless morning busy work at my pointless job, I get my requested update. China has Johansson, and the Joint Staff is unanimously refusing to bargain. Science Division is recommending Hadron to reset. China? China has Johansson? What? Tiny animated dancing dots appear at the bottom left on the screen, indicating that the sender is typing more. Another message. 2 of the 5 scientists associated with Hadron are Christian and are voicing strong opposition so far as to the direction this situation is leaning. But, as always, the final word comes from you. Abort? Shit! Are they talking about CERN? The CERN Hadron Particle Accelerator in Switzerland or something? How many hadrons exist? Is there anything else named Hadron? What does Hadron even mean? I stare at the text, silent and blank-faced, and feel the clock ticking. I eventually conclude that whatever this is, it surely cannot be good. Between this and the pointless job suddenly seems to quickly becoming the far safer option. Maybe now is the time to drop the charade and come clean that they have the wrong number. But no, I'm just letting my imagination run wild again. Whatever is actually going on, I'm sure they will figure it out. Johansson is on his own. I don't want to know. Abort. They reply quick. Abortion confirmed. Expect results in 1 relative rotation before results manifest. Manifest? Who says manifest? No one says results manifest. My initial enjoyment of this joke has evolved into an uneasy knot in my stomach. I'm just not going to reply anymore. I'm sure that they will figure this out. After weighing my options, I decide the wise thing to do might just be to sleep on it. The next time I get a text, I'll just ignore it. I finish out the workday uninterrupted and get home with no further developments. I take my sleep medication early and hit the sack. The following morning, I wake to discover a noticeable gap on my bookshelf. After perusing over the titles a few times, it strikes me that the empty spot is the space which should be occupied by my parents' old Bible. Thinking back to when I last looked, I know for a fact that the gap on the shelf was definitely not a gap last night. Its absence is definitely something I would have noticed. The idea of someone breaking into your place to steal an old copy of the Bible doesn't sit right with me. I toss a banana, 5 strawberries, 8 blackberries, and a scoop of protein powder in the blender for my morning smoothie. Even as I hold the lid securely while it's blending, I can't get my mind off the missing Bible. I can't figure out why this is bothering me to this extent. After pouring the blender's contents into my to-go thermos, I pull on my overcoat and step outside. Oh my God. Nils is the lead singer of the Canadian electro-punk band Uncle Outrage. He's been writing science fiction on the side as a hobby with a few that have been published in various magazines in the past 10 years. His literary idol is Robert Sheckley. Uncle Outrage has a few music videos that you can check out on YouTube with a small but extremely devoted fanbase from all around the world. Link in the description. Hey guys, I hope you liked that. I know that some people do not like cliffhangers, but I absolutely love them. I use them all the time in my own writing, but I don't think I have ever made a cliffhanger quite this brutal. I hope you guys liked it. On a side note, thank you so much for being patient while I've been sick these past 2 weeks. Those of you that did not hear, I caught 2 colds back to back. For those of you who left me all those wonderful comments, thank you so much. I've been meaning to get to them and reply. It's just been a little crazy trying to get over this. But I'm just about there, and I should be back to a regular schedule now. Knock on wood. If you got time, definitely go and check out Uncle Outrage on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the description and also a card up in the corner if you're here on YouTube. You got to check out the music video that I'll link. It's so cool. But before you go, if you like this story, be sure to leave a thumbs up and a comment if you're on YouTube. Or if you're listening to the podcast, just be sure to subscribe for more brand new short stories. I'm Chris Herron, and that's it for today's Tall Tale TV.